Hey guys, Robinson DUP. I'm starting to do some videos standing because I'm noticing when I'm shooting most of my videos I'm sitting and my posture is horrendous, which is usually screwing up my back. So I'm going to start standing during most of my videos. Unfortunately, I can't fix anything with my face. It is what it is. But anyway, I want to talk about I would say most personal trainers that chain gyms, and an issue that I'm starting to see or I have a problem with. A lot of these trainers, you know, I know they have a certification, but in all reality, most of them are spending taking an 8-hour course in one day, taking a test and passing it, and then therefore are now certified trainers with no previous experience, and they're not really required to do a lot of time being trained by a more experienced trainer in order to have clients to take care of. You know, one of the gyms that I go to, I've been noticing that all these trainers are not showing their clients any compound maneuvers whatsoever, unilateral maneuvers, or even using their own body weight. What they're dependent upon is using basic machines everywhere else, you know, all around the gym, which any person who could just look at the picture on the machine can figure out how to use themselves. This irritates the crap out of me, and here's the reason why. If you, said client, are paying set amount of money for a personal trainer to get you into better shape, and I don't mean, you know, like beat you into the ground kind of shape, but just to get you, get you into better shape and help you to learn how to train yourself in the gym, whether that's learning how to build muscle and or the nutrition that goes along with it. I'm noticing time and time again that these trainers are not taking any time to teach their clients anything. And why is this? Because what they do is they get you to buy a bunch of sessions, most of which are 30 minutes long. It's almost impossible for said trainer to teach you everything you need to know or get you a good quality workout within 30 minutes. When I used to train many years ago, I used to try to get my clients the most bang for their buck within those 30 minutes, whether it was using plyometric type workouts and or teaching them functional stuff. And if you ever met one of my clients that I used to have, they'd always tell you I was a stickler for form. So I taught my clients things as the squat or the deadlift or how to properly bench, whether it was male or female. The reason being is I believe certain exercises are very important in developing core strength as well as functional strength as well. If all you're doing is doing bicep curls on a machine or squats off of a machine leg press, the problem is a lot of that stuff does not translate to the real world. And what I used to find out is people, when they bend down to go pick up their wallet or pick something off the ground because they were never taught how to bend down and pick something up properly, would end up throwing their back, hurting their hip, damaging a knee, and or straining their biceps because they didn't know how to use correct form to pick up said object. If you really, when you hire a personal trainer, I know you say, well, you know, I'm hiring somebody who's certified and therefore the responsibility is on them to show me what's correct. But in all reality, there is some responsibility that lies on you. You need to start asking questions when the said trainer is showing you said exercise, and if all they're doing is taking you from machine to machine to machine, I'll start to ask why they're doing that. Because when you're using machines, you're doing muscle isolation, and when you're doing muscle isolation, it tends to fail to develop any of the smaller supporter muscles that you would need in your everyday life. So if you had an object like a TV on the ground and you needed to pick it up, most people would bend over at the hips, pick the TV up and throw their back out. Where people who tend to deadlift and understand that form and how to squat would get their arms to their sides, bend down properly, and use their legs and their hips to help pick up said object to protect their back and keep it in a neutral position. So, and the other issue that I see with these personal trainers is I'll hear stupid statements like muscle weighs more than fat. Okay? What weighs more, a pound or a pound? Exactly, they're exactly the same. But which takes up more space, a pound of muscle or a pound of fat? A pound of fat. So what would you rather have? A pound of muscle or a pound of fat? Just saying. So if you start hearing stupid comments like that, if you start having them tell you that certain macronutrients you need to remove from your diet, such as protein is too bad, protein overdosing, when they have no idea what that means, saying protein in high doses is bad for you. Once again, I've made videos on this. What defines high protein? 2, if they start saying carbs are bad and or carbs need to be cut off at a certain time of day due to metabolism, that's also a sign of a bad trainer. 3, if any trainer tells you that fat is bad, they are also incorrect. Fat is needed for hormone regulation both in males and females. Fat is not the enemy, it's the correct kind of fat that you need and how much you need to have each day. And don't forget the new magical ingredient that everybody's raving about, which has also been known for years, fiber. You need fiber in your diet. Why? Because it helps to push out a lot of toxins through your intestines so you can go to the bathroom on a normal basis. Okay? Sorry to be gross, but that's true and it's well known. If any of this sounds familiar, then I suggest a couple things. Start asking your trainer what the reasoning for their logic is, because I would doubt that they actually know what they're talking about. And or two, see if you can find another trainer in said gym that may be more experienced and more knowledgeable and can guide you in the direct way. Alright guys, I'll talk to you soon.